What kind of a person was Mr. Taylor? How would you describe him? And then part two to my question, was there an attitude of corruption about him or his administration prior to the incident you just explained about the alleged purchasing of the equipment that you said never show up?
What kind of person Taylor was? Taylor is an ambitious person. He might be ambitious in the right way, but he's a go-getter. He will do anything to get what he wants. My friend Barbara is in here. I know he will say that they were part of the group here that left with Taylor to go to Liberia to ask Talbot to resign. Taylor stayed because he knew what he wanted. And because I work with Kroma, I know there was something in the making for Taylor to get a job with Talbot, under Talbot administration, so he did not come back with the group. And when the coup took place, I didn't know Taylor. I knew the name, Charles MacArthur Taylor, because the name came into our office. They were trying to find a place for him, for an appointment in government for him. Until I met him at GSA, I knew his name, I didn't know him, but when I met him, I knew him to be a very ambitious, go-getter, power-hungry person. At GSA, we had a contingent of soldiers headed by a captain under Taylor's command. For that reason, when Doe ordered that all cabinet ministers should be commissioned as major, deputy ministers as captain, GSA at that time was on the level of a deputy minister, the director general. Taylor refused to be commissioned as a captain. He said GSA should be on the level of a cabinet and demanded to be commissioned as a major. He refused to go to the commissioning ceremony as a captain. He was called separately at the Ministry of Defense and commissioned as a major before he could put on a military uniform. Taylor ran GSA as a military fee. He would sometimes refer to me as a lieutenant and say, "You are a lieutenant, you need to go and be commissioned," and I would say, "DG, I do not want to be a military personnel." I was issued a pistol and asked to go to the executive mansion for training to use it. I took it and hid it. I never went for training. I refused to use it. Taylor would give command that way. So when the war actually started and people saying, "Let Charlie make it come in town," I said, "You guys don't know Charlie." I said, "I would rather be with the devil I know than the angel I do not know." That's the kind of person I would describe Taylor to be. But mind you, Taylor is a go-getter. If Taylor wants something done, he's very charming. He can even charm you to do for him what you never wanted to do for him.
Just a follow-up to that question. From what you just described, Mr. Taylor seemed to have been interested in things military. Do you know whether he had a military background before he came to GSA or before the war of 1990?
I do not know of any military background for him.
Okay. You seem to, for some reason or another, I guess by way of fate, you came into connections with presidents. You knew President Talbot, and then also President Doe, and then later Taylor. Just for the sake of my understanding, and I want you to be, just very brief and to the point, how would you compare and contrast between the two presidents, President Talbot at the time and also President Doe, in terms of, one, their personality, two, their vision for the country, and the different policies and then how they ended up.
President Tauber was a knowledgeable person. He was educated. He was an economist. He knew where he wanted the country to go. His problem was that he couldn't get the people to understand how he wanted the country to be run. And there were oppositions, including my own brother, to him, and some of his friends. And that was some of his problem, trying to listen to some of these people and help to resolve the issue. Doe was a military person that have not had any economic training, but he was also a fast learner, because the Doe of 1980 was not a Doe of 1983. He had changed his speech, he was learning, but, and I will always say it, Doe allowed the few people around him to damage him.